Hi, this is Competitive Advantage Analysis of Afterpay by Group 7. To start with, brief introduction. As the slogan claims, Afterpay is an online platform that allows customers to buy now and make their payments later.
Core competencies are capabilities that provide a competitive advantage for a firm in order to allow them to stand out from the competitors. For Afterpay, such competitors include Zipay and Hub. Core competencies arise through an organization's lifetime of developing processes regarding how they implement their existing resources and capabilities into the market, which serves as the main aspects which allow the brand to succeed relative to their competitors. Through factors which allow them to stand out, these take form of activities that the company participates in and perform well in comparison to competitors, creating a unique value to the organization. As outlined by Hansen, the VRIN criteria outlines whether or not a capability is considered a core competency. This takes form in four components: value, capabilities, helps the firm neutralize threats of other firms or exploit opportunities available within the industry; rare capabilities not possessed by many others within the industry; immutable factors which are difficult to copy; for historical factors which occur over time of the business's operations; ambiguous cause, unsure of how these competencies are unclear. Social complexity, basically the relationships established throughout the business from a B2B and B2C level, and non-substitutable, so no strategic equivalent can be conducted by a competitor or be done in another way. There are also other studies which verified and go into detail the VRIN criteria. So in 2011, PNI identified that the VRIN resources of a company were also affected significantly to the competitive advantage and the organization's performance, whilst Hardo in 2017 refers to the awareness of capabilities having an impact on an organization's performance, whilst inevitable factors indirectly influence performance through a competitive advantage. And basically, once all these criteria are met, it provides a sustainable competitive advantage for organization, which allows them to stand out relative to competitors.
For the external environment, I'm gonna use Porter's 5 forces model to analyze it. Firstly, the threat of new entrants. The entry barriers of such means of payment is relatively high. First of all, an organization must possess a huge amount of funds in order to fill the flow of money among various transactions. That is, the economies of scale. For Afterpay, it spent about $19.4 million to enter the US market in 2018. Then, payment instruments must cover a wide range of area and only then it can be used. To attract as much users as possible, Afterpay established a wide range of partnerships with well-known enterprises from various aspects like 7-Eleven and Optus. Then, to compete with original payment tools like Visa, Afterpay holds a significant advantage and differentiation, which allows users to make payments in up to 56 days without charging any interest. The next part is about bargaining power of suppliers and buyers. Merchants who provide their customers with Afterpay as a payment method may be treated as suppliers in some ways, since they provide the using channel for Afterpay, and customers that choose to use Afterpay to pay their bills are the buyers. To start with, the number of users is a core competence for payment too. Although there's a wide range of users from sole traders to large companies, the key point is to attract well-known enterprises so that a huge amount of buyers can be set, and Afterpay's profit is guaranteed as a result. Then, for the service fee, there's no cost to buyers, while merchants have to pay when switched to Afterpay, and a service fee will be charged for each transaction. With aspect of advantages, on the one hand, with the unique advantage that Afterpay allows customers to pay later without charging any fee. Afterpay possesses a great appeal to users, especially for those who like advanced shopping. Besides, it ensures that merchants can get their payment, and it helps merchants to deal with complaints. On the other hand, the amount of money involved with Afterpay is very limited. For instance, a newly registered user may just be allocated with a pay limitation of several $100. Furthermore, it is likely to take a long period to audit users so that to ensure safety. However, even a fully audited user with credit card can only pay up to $1,000 per transaction with Afterpay at present. As a result, people may not choose Afterpay if they don't need to use its advantages to pay later, for there are still many other ways to make payments.
As mentioned above, There are mainly three types of competitors in the market: credit cards, third-party payment tools, and mobile payments. I will select the most representative competitors, Visa, PayPal, and Google Pay, for further analysis. Visa is a company transformed from a card organization, and core products include credit, debit, and prepaid cards, as well as business solutions and global ATM services. Visa's further objectives include increasing market share and digitizing physical credit cards. PayPal is an industry-leading payment processor with many standard credit and debit card options. PayPal has been focusing on electronic payment since its birth and provides simple and convenient international payment. Google Pay is a mobile payment platform based on Google Account and Android mobile phone system. The driving force of Google Pay is to serve the entire Google ecosystem. It is useful when analyzing competitors from the strategic group map. We choose the transaction fee and the number of users as two important standards of payment tools. The diagram shows a basic position of those competitors, which Afterpay has few advantages. From the side of number of users, there are a variety of payment tools for users to choose, since almost everyone who is able to make payments must have at least one bank account. Credit cards like Visa are the widest used payment methods all over the world with most users. Next to credit cards, the most used tool among countries is PayPal, which serves scope covers the whole world. Besides, it accepts payments with more than 100 kinds of money. In a word, it is very convenient and fast to use PayPal to make payments, particularly when dealing with international transactions. Expect that mobile payments like Google Pay has already been widely promoted, while smartphones are widely used, and users just need to hold their phone near the reader to make payments offline.
Andre, and I'll be discussing business level strategy as it relates to Afterpay, with an emphasis placed upon differentiation and how it meets Afterpay's growth objectives. I will be providing examples of Afterpay's differentiation strategies compared to its competitors and how it achieves this through meeting some of the uniqueness driving factors as discussed by Porter. Differentiation's key theme is uniqueness, and it benefits a firm when that firm's product can gain a higher price or be more productive in that its unit sales exceeds that of its competitors. In creating and using this difference, several factors known as uniqueness drivers are effective. These drivers have differentiating effects by influencing consumers based on technology innovation, marketing and branding, customer service, product features and performance, production research and development activities, continuous quality control improvements, high quality inputs, and employee training. And as we'll see, Afterpay meets two of these criteria really well. Afterpay is a global firm that has gained a lot of recognition through the ever-expanding list of retailers employing its Afterpay method of purchase, essentially buy now, pay later. The firm pays the retailer for the consumerist item purchased, whilst the consumer pays back Afterpay in fortnightly instalments. Afterpay uses a combination of competitive pricing, a different product to traditional lay-by payment solutions, and broad targeted strategies. Perhaps the biggest motivator for someone to use their method of payment over paying via credit card, PayPal, or Google Pay is that the consumer doesn't have to pay the full amount up front. Furthermore, while Afterpay is similar to other buy now, pay later methods, Afterpay does not charge interest, it doesn't allow debt to revolve, and it doesn't have a very high spending limit. Afterpay doesn't act like traditional credit products, who gain much of their revenue from the customer through account keeping and other fees, and makes 75% of its revenue from merchants via merchant fees. Due to the consumer not having to pay up front, it greatly benefits retailers who are able to potentially increase sales revenue as consumers buy more, as well as having no need for lay-by. Additionally, it benefits the end user as they can purchase what they want whilst paying back smaller amounts in installments. Because of this key difference, one of Afterpay's strategies, being in its very name, is about offering convenience to the consumer. It is this differentiation that Afterpay can play into in order to secure a competitive advantage over rivals. How Afterpay is able to do this is by fulfilling these three criteria. It is able to increase unit sales for its retail customers. It is able to gain loyalty through return purchases from consumers time and time again. And customers don't pay anything for using it. Important to note though is that whilst Afterpay doesn't charge fees to the end user being consumers, this shouldn't be considered as embracing a low cost strategy. Rather, they are merely shifting the cost to retailers to use their service, thereby hoping to boost sales. Another aspect of their business strategy is their broad approach to differentiation and marketing to their primary target market. Their successful advertising campaign enticing retailers and consumers alike, headed under the Buy Now Pay Later slogan, is what has made Afterpay so popular, particularly with millennial spenders. 75% of their consumer base are millennials, and the co-founder of Afterpay, Nick Molnar, even gave credence to Afterpay's advantage in being such a brand icon amongst the demographic. These spenders are tend to be more frugal and are approaching their early to late 30s and are therefore saving for homes and preparing for families. An example of savvy branding among the Gen Z millennial consumers are the broke AF but strongly support treating yourself ads that I've included in this slide. The ads began appearing in stores offering Afterpay. While they weren't actually like an Afterpay official ad and were pushed by the stores themselves, this all fits in with their branding and how millennials and other young demographics view the company. So concluding on our group's Afterpay presentation, we have showed what it's like for Afterpay's internal environment and the core competencies assessed using VRIN, the external environment challenges faced by Afterpay in the form of competition, and finally the strategy they implement to deal with these challenges. Thank you.